this one, Porter cable, gravity fed, or I have this little itty bitty one, Porter cable. These are at Lowe's. These were the expensive ones that Lowe's had. I think this was like $79 for this one. And this one, I think it was 90 or 119 or something. I don't know. I bought it when I bought my Porter cable air compressor because I had a it was 10 or 20% off coupon. Because when you move and you change your address, the little change of address packet form actually comes with like Home Depot, Lowe's, comes with like discount, like coupons basically, or coupons, however you say it. So I had, I think, a 10, 15, or 20% off coupon. So I bought the air compressor, that. We bought blinds for our house because this is our house in Colorado. We bought blinds, we bought just faucets, all kinds of stuff so we can get the most out of it. And after we registered, after we got home, I was like, man, that was a pretty sizable discount, because the air compressor was like $300. It's a 30-gallon, whatever, 5 horsepower Porter cable, real good air compressor. Plus these 100. So it's probably like $200 for these two. So that's $500 right there. And I think our total was like $1,100 with blinds, everything. I was like, man, we saved a lot. And I started going through the receipt, and the stupid lady charged me $19 for this, because it's 119 or something. So she charged me $19 for this one, and then because because it was $79, she charged me 79 cents for it. And that was like 2 or 3 days later. I checked the receipt, because we had all that stuff. Everything was in our garage because we were gonna do everything before we moved in. And I bought those to spray paint furniture, our bed for our living room, a sleigh bed, my kid's bed. Just a bunch of furniture. Before we moved in, I painted all this furniture, the hutch, an armoire. We painted a lot of stuff before we moved in. So yeah, and then we went back to Lowe's, and I talked to the manager, and because I knew the manager, I actually knew the general manager pretty good for that Lowe's. And he just basically said, don't worry about it. He's all, no harm, no foul. It was her fault. No one caught it. And nobody said anything about it. So I felt kind of guilty about it. But he didn't want to do anything because he knew me and I knew him. So he was basically like, well, our screw up is your benefit. So anyways. Okay, well, that's the end of this video. I don't even know where I'm going to put it. Alright, thanks for watching. Scrubbing away at this clear coat. And you want to make sure that you're wearing, I'm not wearing, but I will be wearing, respirator. I'll probably put it on right now because it's actually getting pretty dusty. It wasn't too dusty, but now that I've been getting more into the clear, yeah, it's getting rusty or dusty. So, and you can hear, like, this is smooth. I don't know if you can hear it. And then it gets like all scratchy right there. And it's smooth. So this is what I'm taking off, all the coarse stuff. Here it's smooth. And it gets all coarse. So that's what I'm taking off. I don't know if you can see it with all the shading, but so you got all this. I've already started, I guess you could say scotch brighting, removing the clear coat, all the crappy clear coat on the hood of the Acura. I removed the trim and taped it, put some tape around the headlights and around the bumper. That's where I'm not going to paint or clear coat. I'm going to clear coat the top of the car. So this is all, I don't know if you can see all that. Paint's all cracked and everything. Yeah, and I got a bunch of chips here. So yeah, basically I'm just ain't got nothing to do. Well, I got plenty to do, but I need to go back to work. So I took the trim off that goes on the front of the hood. I'm doing laundry too. Anyways, yeah, so I just started on this while I was uploading my other video. I'm so bored, or whatever it's called. Here, I got blasted by a stupid snow plow that was out here in the middle of the desert, dropping sand or salt or whatever he was doing. He just was past me at like 80 miles an hour out on a flat road out here in the middle of the desert with, I think the temperature was probably like 38 or 40 degrees. So I don't even know why he was dumping salt or sand or rocks, but he blasted that side of the car pretty good, which is what pitted it, and I think that's what caused the windshield to break. So deal with my car is all those pits were way too deep. I couldn't just get rid of the clear coat, and then all that cracking, is still more cracking. I gotta sand off. So I'll probably run into town tomorrow and I'll just get some paint that matches. This side's fine. There's no cracking or anything on the paint over here. So I'm gonna sand this more here. There's a couple little pits. I'm basically gonna go down to the primer. So I gotta sand all this off, sand those pits. That's what I keep dealing with. Alright guys, I'm going to some paint supply place. Not like a Dunn Edwards or a Sherwin-Williams paint. I'm going to an automotive paint supply place, and they're gonna charge me 50 cents. I don't know what the guy was saying. I had to tell him the paint code number like 13 times because this place was referred to by a friend. So a friend who does a lot of painting, paints a lot of jet skis and a lot of stuff, so he recommended these people. So if they suck, or they don't color match right, then it's their fault, not his, because I'm not gonna hold him to blame. Alright, got some paint. Actually went to the wrong place, but it was actually way better. It's actually called K&M Auto Supply. Really super cool dude in there. His name was Junior. Yeah, he because when I went in there and told him, I called, and he was like, no, you didn't call. So and I told him what they were going to charge me for a quart, and he said if I buy the clear and the reducer and whatever else, all this other stuff, he'd give me, because he was trying to charge me $96 for the base coat. That's the color, the actual color, not the clear. And I told him it was $54. Well, I think it was $54 or $64 at the other place, and he said if I bought the clear and everything from him, he would drop it down to $69. So, and he said it's a better paint than what they're probably going to sell me, because they're probably just going to sell me their blend of paint. yeah, so I guess I'll probably be doing that this evening because he told me to do the base paint this evening. If I can get it all prepped and everything. So do about 15 minutes in between coats, do 2 to 3 coats of the base coat, and then wake up in the morning and early in the morning shoot the 2 to 3 coats of the clear. And I guess there's no sanding or anything in between anymore. I guess they've done away with all that. So I'm gonna do a little more sanding because he said we'll have enough to cover a lot more. So I'm actually gonna go up onto the pillars a little bit and kind of fade it in, hopefully. I don't know what I'm doing, so we'll see. The clear coat he sold me was better than the clear coat I bought from O'Reilly Auto Parts, AutoZone, that duplicolor part paint, that clear coat. He said that stuff will yellow and start to lift. It'll only last a year or 2 with the sun and the heat and everything we get out here in Southern California. So, looks like they stole a bunch of packages. It's drugs. It's all drugs. Wonder what it is. Typical for where I live. Probably stole those packages, or actually probably didn't steal anything. Actually, probably dropped a couple packages, and there's a law out here in California. You have to tarp it, or it's $1,000 fine because it's a potential to litter. And he probably doesn't have anything strapped or tarped down, so he's probably getting a fine or got pulled over, and he's probably getting yelled at or whatever. Anyways, so I'm basically prepping the car, getting it ready for tonight, because I'm going to do base coats tonight, clear in the morning. But what I've learned over the years of painting anything, I don't know how accurate it is or not, but basically got the whole hood and everything sanded. So basically where you see this, the water beading, means there's some type of wax or something on it. So water is separating right there and right there, and it was separating all throughout here. So I'm just gonna go through, find all those spots, because more than likely there's some type of wax or something still on there. So like this water where it's beading, even though it looks sanded, could have just smeared some wax. So this is a little makeshift thingy I made. Easy up with some plastic. I got the car all masked off. So I got these lights out. So I'm gonna come up here and basically just stop. Just and stop. So it'll stop here basically. And then be done. Spray paint all this. I got tires covered. So got all that. Same thing over here. I'm gonna come up to here and stop. So yeah, I'm basically ready. I'm gonna start mixing the paint. I'm gonna mix the paint, get it ready. I'm gonna use a tack cloth, get any dust or anything off. So I shaved, couldn't deal with it anymore. Plus the respirator, I was breathing in a lot of paint yesterday, painting. And the battery died in the GoPro. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I've put on 4 coats of base. And I actually wet sanded it earlier. So now I'm just going to wipe it with a tack cloth real quick and shoot a clear. Number 3. What's the last coat? I got a couple little imperfections in there. I got about 3 runs, which I'll probably just wet sand them out or